calling it a love song.
What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on how did they feel when they first met you, their first impression of you, what was going on in their head, their heart, you know, down there, you know, what were they thinking, what were they feeling. Okay, so we have 3 piles here today. Ooh, so this is pile number 1. So it's just like a woman screaming and there's like a person over here. Pile number 2 is these 2 people. If it can focus. They're just like standing. Okay, sorry about that. Pile number 2. Okay, so sorry about that, but yeah, so this is pile 2. It's just 2 people looking at this person crying, okay? And then pile number 3, it is a guy and a guy. They're just looking at each other, making eye contact. Gotta get that, boom, 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 gotta get that. So these are the 3 piles. Let's get them in kind of order. So yeah, these are the 3 piles. Pick whichever one you would like. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you so much. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, which I am so excited about. So yeah, let's get into it. How did they feel when they first met you? What is up, my awesome gemstones? It's Mary Gem and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on how did they feel when they first met you. So let's get straight into it. We're going down a trip of memory lane. You know, the first time they saw you, how did they feel, how did they view you? Wait. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a TikTok thing, okay? Anyways, so yeah, you know, how did they feel when they first met you? Let's get straight into it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers and I'm having a giveaway at 10k where I give away 10 free readings. So yeah, if you'd like to be entered in the competition, just comment down below that you subbed and you liked the video. And yeah, anyways, so let's get straight into it. So pile number 1, you guys chose this frightened woman that's screaming, okay? So how did they feel when they first met you? So they could have been a bit frightened. I was hearing something about pink hair and like Jimmy juice or something like that. I don't know why, like orange juice or like OJ juice. Orange juice, guys, orange juice, not the other. You know what I mean? Maybe you had like a certain piercing or you had like a certain demeanor and that they weren't used to. I feel like maybe when you opened your mouth or your accent, they were surprised. They were like, oh shit, like your accent's different, or like your hair's different. But something made them kind of shocked. But let's see. So your channeled message says, to say I was shocked because I've never met anyone like you is an understatement. I knew you had a thing for my friend because you seemed disappointed when I approached you. You made it seem as if you hated me, but I knew you found me attractive, no matter how much you tried to deny it. So it's definitely giving starstruck, like that night, Sterling Night or whatever, and like Sunny with a Chance. But yeah, I feel like you guys maybe started off on the wrong foot where it's kind of like you maybe didn't like them or you had a thing for their friend, and I feel like that was always their impression. They always felt like, nah, like I'm sure you liked my friend and not me. And I feel like the thing is, the person that you are busy watching this video for probably is really attractive, and I feel like you know that, but maybe you don't like admitting to this person that you like them. You like watching this video and you're just like, oh, I'm just watching because I just want to know, but I don't like them. And I feel like pile 1, we need to be honest, okay? I'm pretty sure you probably have a crush on this person. So yeah, I feel like this person was kind of just like, they met you and then you were kind of acting like, oh, I'm not interested, or like you're interested in their friend, or they felt like you were playing hard to get. And I feel like you were like low-key flirting with them, but then also you were low-key like being mean to them. Like you guys had your own bantering thing. So, Spirit, how did pile one's person feel when they met pile one for the first time? We have a lot of cards. So we have the I'm coming back card. So they felt like you weren't interested in them when you first met them. So they decided that they were going to come back, or like they're going to wait until you show them that you actually want them. I feel like they were waiting for you to kind of just open up more. They were waiting for you to kind of slip up because they knew that you liked them, but they didn't know how to get you to admit it. Okay, because it just feels like there's this whole running back and forth, even like a bit of immaturity where both of you wanted to be together, both of you wanted to talk to each other, but neither of you guys did that. I feel like both of you are really honest people, but like you guys are being so coy with each other. And sorry, I have a bit of a cold. So yeah, we also have the Queen of Wands that came up, right? So they felt like you're someone that's authentic, you're always being yourself. They viewed you as a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sag, or a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We also have air moon, so maybe you are a Libra, Aquarius, or Libra, Aquarius, what's the other one? Or Gemini moon, sorry. So yeah, Queen of Wands, they just feel like you're always being your authentic self, but at the same time you're very coy with certain things. So you're good at like not even having a poker face, but you're good at making it seem like you don't like someone. I feel like you're really expressive, and it's easy to tell whether you vibe with someone or whether you don't. I feel like some people get confused because maybe you're like mean to the people that you love, and like they got that impression. We have the I miss you card, so they missed you after you left. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, so it says Cancer, water sign, or air sign. We have the do you like me card, so they wanted to know if you liked them or not, because they felt like you did, but also they felt like maybe you didn't. We have the I love you card, so definitely they felt the connection, they felt like a sort of pull towards you. And then we have the Eight of Swords that came upright. They just felt like there was a lot of jealousy and a lot of like you not acting how you truly wanted to act, and you like acting like you didn't like them or something. And it was just 555 now. Yeah, there was a lot of jealousy that they felt. Let's see what else. Spirit, how did Pile 1 feel when they met? How did Pile 1's person feel when they met Pile 1? When they first met Pile 1? So we have this shared intuition. They felt like both of you were sharing the same intuition. Both of you were thinking the same thing. Like, you know, you think they're attractive, they think you're attractive, but you guys weren't saying anything. Both of you guys were acting hard-headed. Both of you were like, no, I don't like them. Like, what do you mean? Both of you are acting like playing it cool and stuff. We also have the commitment card, so they could have been committed in another relationship, and they were kind of, like I said, just waiting for you to say that you like them. And I feel like they were even feeling self-conscious, because they were like, damn, like, do I look gross? Like, is there something stuck in my teeth? Like, why aren't you fawning over me, you know? Spirit, how did Pile 1's person feel when they first met Pile 1? Literally, I knew we were going to get this card. It says playing it cool and misleading. They were playing it cool. I literally knew we were going to get that card. And then we also have secret admirer. So they were your secret admirer, okay? How did Pile 1's person feel when they first met Pile 1? We have masking, and it didn't work out. So they felt like they needed to come back when maybe you were more open and when you wanted to admit your feelings to them. And until then, they're kind of just masking their feelings for you. So that's what I got for Pile 1. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. And let's get into the next one. What is up, pile number 2? You guys chose this picture. Okay, so this black and white picture. And today's video is going to be on what was their first impression of you, or how did they feel the first time that they met you. Okay, so pile number 2, I feel like I was hearing something about like pain. I feel like pile 2, you guys always have the most amount of pain, the most amount of drama. So you know, you could be someone where your life is always full of drama. There's always like drama is just attracted to you, even if you don't like the drama. You're probably someone that's super low-key, like a Cancer, an Aquarius, or like an unproblematic Libra and Scorpio, because Scorpios and Libra love drama. But I feel like you're on the opposite end of that, where you aren't like that, you know. Maybe you've never resonated with your zodiac sign, like your sun sign. You resonate more with your like Venus or your rising sign. But anyways, how they felt when they first met you. I heard them say like, you don't have to listen to me like talk about this, like you don't have to do this, you don't have to care so much, I'm sorry that I hurt you. Maybe they led you on when they first met you. They made it seem like they were single when they weren't. But you kind of handled the whole situation very gracefully, because it feels like they had intentions that maybe weren't the best. And then you were kind of like graceful, and you didn't like, you know, I don't know, like say something mean to them, or they felt like everyone didn't like them. They felt like, you know, they were an asshole, and you were the only one that looked at them and was like, no, like you're not an asshole, like I get why you're doing that. You could be really spiritual as well, and it's kind of like every time someone, you know, lashes out at you, you're gonna be like, oh, like I know this is just their inner child that is wounded, and they're speaking to me through their wounded self, so I can't hold them accountable. Or you saying like, I know that they had a traumatic childhood, so that's why they did this. And I feel like they really appreciate that you look at them, but then you also take into account, you know, that they aren't healed. So let's get into your channeled message. It says, you're emotional and care about me. It's weird because when I first met you, you were so protective of me. You didn't want me to be sad or upset. You would try to make me smile or laugh, even when you knew I probably couldn't offer you the same kindness. You had concern for me. You have a big and beautiful heart. That's so sweet, Paul, too. So yeah, I just feel like this person is very unemotional, and like they aren't the best of people, but they can see that you're someone that's very sweet, very emotional, very caring and loving. And they noticed like when you first met them, like you were immediately just like, I don't want to say enamored, but maybe you met them and you were just like, oh, this person's so attractive, they're so cute. And I'm not going to say they didn't show the same energy. I think it's just like they were being like rude about something, and then you were kind of just like, oh, okay, like they're not interested, like let me just pack my bags and go. And they were like, oh, like you're different, like you're so kind, you're so sweet, like you didn't, you know, become an ass or something just because I said something. Like, you know, sometimes when for example, like if a woman's being catcalled, if a person's being catcalled, and then you're saying they're not interested, then like the person will flip out and be like, hey, you, I never even liked you, blah blah blah. And I feel like something similar happened, but like instead of having a negative reaction when they show disinterest or when you show disinterest, it wasn't a thing where like you held it against them. You were just like, oh, okay, this person isn't looking at me, I'm just gonna carry on. Like you looked at them and then you thought they were cute or attractive, and like you just carried on. Like you didn't make it your whole entire personality. So let's see, how did pile 2's person feel when they first met pile 2? We have a lot of cards here, like oh my god, we got so many. So the first card we have is the Two of Swords. So I do feel like there was that emotional like disconnection. I feel like maybe like they sensed that you were emotional, but then they couldn't offer you that same emotional commitment, because it does even say they have to walk away. Their walls were up and they weren't ready to open up to you. Five of Wands, they felt like they were dealing with a lot of inner conflict, so they couldn't really pay attention to you when they first met you. We have the I need answers. They want to know why you were so protective. They want you to talk to them more. I feel like they like having you around as a person. And there's still so much that they don't know about you. They don't know why you're being so nice to them. I feel like if you flirted with this person to their face, they wouldn't even know. They'd be like, "Oh, you're just being nice," and it's like, "No, fam, I'm trying to marry you." But they wouldn't even know. 10 of Wands. They're under a lot of stress, and I feel like because of that, they engage in a lot of toxic recreational activities. So I feel like they are someone that's just a bit like dissociative. So they could be a Pisces maybe, and they're never really present even when they are there. Like they can have a full-on conversation with you and then be like maybe drunk or not sober, and then the next day it's like, oh shit, like I think I spoke to you like the other day, but like I was hella drunk. A 6 of Swords. This talks about trying to share the burden. So I feel like you could relate to them about something and they really appreciated that, and that there's something that you have that they don't because they're lacking it. We also have the false partner and karmic situation. So this could end up being a karmic situation. Break down the walls. Their walls were up, okay? They didn't want to open up. But I feel like deep down, 10 of Cups, they could tell that you're very loving. And they also knew that like if things were different, they could maybe like have a relationship with you. But before they could do that, they had to walk away. Because they knew they had other responsibilities, other things they needed to do. So Spirit, what did Pile 2's person think when they first met Pile 2? Okay, let's pull out all the cards and see. So we have talking about you. They were talking about you afterwards, just being like, oh, who was that person? Like they were being nice to me. Like, do you know who that person is? Do you have their number? Can I talk to them? They started overthinking a lot of things. And they felt like they really screwed up because they weren't being like their authentic self. I feel like they were just being drunk or they were being mean or something. And they kind of like screwed up the connection. And that's what they felt when they first met you. They're kind of like, damn, I should have said this. I should have done this. And like they're stuck on you and they're living in the past and like old memories. So Spirit, how did Pile 2's person feel when they first met Pile 2? So we have Aquarius energy. Very dissociative, okay? Not paying attention. We have Leo energy. They're too focused on themselves. I'm sorry, but yeah. They just weren't paying attention, I feel like. They really weren't paying enough attention to you. But they could tell that you're a really cool and nice person. Can I get one more card, Spirit? 10 of Pentacles. They felt like you seem like you are very grounded, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. Someone that is financially stable. Someone that knows how to work their career. And someone that seems very successful. And they could tell that just from meeting you. So that is what I got for Pile 2. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much. And let's get into the next one. What is up, pile number 3? So you guys chose this picture and it's just two people looking at each other, okay, with a very intense stare, a very intense glare, okay. So for some reason I was thinking about Tangled. I'll insert a photo. I was thinking about her, like Rapunzel. So I feel like when they first met you, so yeah, how did they feel when they first met you? It's kind of like that intense eye contact. I feel like as cliche as it sounds, I was hearing like, I knew you were different, like I knew you were different. But okay, let's first get into your channeled reading, okay? Your channeled message. So it says, we made eye contact. It was intense, just like you. You made me want to look at you, really look at you. You look like someone who reads for fun, dances like no one's watching. You hold on to things tightly and won't leave people unless they force you to. I don't know if I kept you at arm's length or if it was you. We're similar in the ways that matter. This person seems like a bit poetic, okay? Because literally it was coming out like it was just like coming out like that. But okay, anyways. So I feel like this person felt like they really could kind of see a future with you. I feel like when they looked at you, they were just like, oh damn, like you seem to be someone that like you check off all my lists on like what I want in a partner. They felt like they could go out with you and have a lot of fun. I feel like they wanted to ask you out on a date like the moment that they met you. So Spirit, what was pile three's person feeling when they first met them? Let us see. I knew they wanted to ask you out on a date. That's already a given fact. They wanted to ask you out on a date. So we have the King of Pentacles that came up, right? So this is someone that is older than you and someone that feels like they have a lot of influence. So I feel like when they first meet you, they didn't want to come across too strong. You resembled someone that they knew in the past. And I feel like they wanted to ask you something, but there's a lot of like a broken heart here. It's a lot of Three of Swords, because we have Three of Swords and we have the broken heart card. So those are cards that are like really like sad and stuff like that. So I feel like because they had this nostalgic feeling like they met you before, I think you reminded them of someone that they really cared about. Like I want to say a family member or like an ex-loved one. And I feel like it made them kind of emotional. You know, when they looked at you, they were like, damn, like you look like someone that I used to know in like a past life or something. Because Six of Cups talks about a friendship, it talks about nostalgic energy as well, and like childhood memories and your inner child feeling at peace. So they felt all of that. They felt a lot of emotions when they first met you. Seven of Cups can talk about, you know, player energy, and it just talks about having a lot of options out there. So they kind of felt like you probably had a lot of options. They could tell that maybe you were in a relationship or that anyone would be lucky to ask you out on a date. They were worried that maybe before they were going to ask you out that you were already taken, and I feel like that was on their mind the whole time. They were like, no, like you're taken, like you're in a relationship. Three of Wands. They wanted to know if they could just come forward and ask you out. Like all I'm busy getting is this person liked you the moment they met you and they were like, nah, like it's me and you, stank, like we must be together, okay? We must be together. So yeah, I feel like they were waiting to find out if you were single, and they were waiting to like, just like waiting in general, because they didn't want to come off intense like I said, but eventually they were like, nah, like I want this. Seven of Pentacles, like I want to work towards this, and like I want to see what's going to happen with you. And then we have the Three of Swords. So I do feel like maybe you guys are like kind of in the mirroring stage, because they're saying like, I don't know if I kept you at arm's length or that was you. So Three of Swords does talk about pain and heartache, and then like I said, we have the broken heart card. So I just feel like when they first met you, they felt like this wasn't going to work out because of like past pain and past traumas. And I feel like they just got so excited and they were so happy to like meet you for the first time that they were like, damn, like, you know, I've never felt a connection like this before. Like before, like I used to just feel dead on the inside. I know that sounds intense, but I just feel like this person was so used to not feeling anything, and then they felt something when they met you, and then it's just like it was hard for them because they knew that like if they moved forward with you, like it would become really serious. They felt like their life was like basically beginning when they met you. You know, usually I don't like saying those intense things because I'm like, but that's what I'm busy hearing. So spirits, what did pile three's person feel when they first met them? Okay, so we have under the influence. They were busy listening to like their intrusive thoughts instead of trying to enjoy what was happening with you. They kept thinking about like other things like, oh, are you taken? Like, I mean, that's important, you know, but they just didn't believe you when you said like you weren't in a relationship, because we do even have the broken trust card. So they felt like either you broke their trust or like they broke your trust, because both of you weren't being honest with each other. Then we also have the schmexamal chemistry, so they felt the sexual chemistry between you guys, and they definitely were really sexually attracted to you. And then we have someone jelly. They could just feel like there was someone else in the picture. They knew that it wasn't just you and them. You know, they knew that other things were also a factor in this connection. They wanted to open up to you, but they felt very insecure because they're not used to this. They're not used to feeling so much for someone. I feel like you're the first person that they've fallen for in a very long time. Spirit, what did pile 3's person feel when they first met pile 3? So we have the World card. They just felt like you had other options. They felt like you were the player, like you were the one that wasn't really... Yeah. You just seemed like you were so happy by yourself. You seemed so content by yourself. Like you didn't even need them. Like you're confident and you're attractive by yourself. Like what are they even doing there? Like they're basically useless, like standing next to you. How did pile 3's person feel when they first met pile 3? It says, I want to text you, talk to me. They wanted to talk to you. They wanted to do something for you, acts of services, and spend quality time with you. And they may also have a hug or handshake. They didn't know if it was supposed to be friendly or if it had... Okay, not friendly. They didn't know how intimate to be with you when they first met you. Like maybe you guys like met each other and you guys hooked up immediately. And they were kind of like, damn, like we skipped a couple steps, like, you know. So they were like, okay, like are we in a relationship? Are we intimate? Do we both like each other? Or like must we keep things strictly professional and, you know, platonical and all that stuff, okay? I know it's platonic, not platonical, but yeah. So that is what I got for pile number 3. I really hope the video resonated. I love you so much and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.